so therefore you do it. You have to fucking compromise in a relationship. That's what I don't understand.
Did he answer the question?
That conversation will ruin your chance of getting any poon.
So he said that he has to beg, right? He has to say, "Please suck my dick, PB, please." Is that what you said?
No, I said we're going to have a conversation.
Why don't you want to touch it anymore?
That's perfect. So why, if she says we have the conversation and he's no, what do you do? Can you enforce her to actually go back and doing that? Can you do it?
Any yawn is a blowjob.
Then we're probably going to have a conversation about them. What is going to be taken away from her? Because there are needs that I have that she isn't fulfilling. So therefore, I'm probably not going to be fulfilling some of her needs.
Can you answer the question, please? I know you have a therapist, you have a pastor, you have mama, you have Jesus. Once you talk with her and she says no, which most women are doing, I don't want to cook 7 times a week. I don't want to fuck you every day. I don't want to bring you sandwich every
paying
time.
her.
Once she says no, can you have an enforcement mechanism that actually pushes her to do what she does?
Yes,
I can cut off her.
Yeah, I just said.
I would also.
Hold on, everybody, shut up. Shut up. Guam, go ahead. You just said.
No, I just said that at that point, then I would have to have a conversation with her and tell her exactly that my needs aren't being fulfilled. So therefore, just because of that, we aren't in a respectful relationship. So therefore, she's probably not going to have some of her needs filled.
It
is a compromise at that point.
And you talk like a virgin, sir. Answer the fucking
He's talking
question.
like a normal human being.
You know the problem.
I'm talking like somebody who's actually in a fucking marriage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Guam, let me ask this, Guam. What kind of consequences would you put into place if you're if you believe
there would probably be some kind of financial compromise, or I'm sorry, financial consequences, or something along the lines of not supporting her in something that she needs.
No, Dr. Fatty, you asked about the mechanism to enforce.
You don't start having sex with me.
You get the goddamn priest to come and shove her head.
Well, that actually can be part of the conversation. Like, if you're not having sex with me, then I'm probably going to, just through natural needs and whatnot, maybe find that through somebody else, which hopefully would prompt her to care so much about the relationship that she would actually think about trying to put out from there. This isn't a power game.
So basically,
women want to have sex.
That's crazy.
Right. That's why I'm even wondering about the question. Like, you're just sitting there saying, if your wife doesn't want to have sex with you, then what are you going to do about it? It's like,
sir,
what are we going to do about it?
This is what power is. Iran doesn't want to do what the United States want to do. I'll nuke the shit out of you.
I answered your question. You didn't answer my question. Are you in a relationship? No, I answered your question.
Let me read the super chat and then I'll hand it back.
Yeah, you have been talking a lot.
Hold on, both of you.
I thought that was in the thumbnail.
Out of both of you. If you have to tell people that you're not done talking over and over so that they let you talk, you do not have power. And if you don't have power, then why should we listen to you regarding the subject of power? Ooh, shots fired from Tommy. James S. with a big 10, completing the goal before Sarah starts nagging. Thank you so kindly. You spared all of you, but keep going per usual. Evan says, Fatty's excluding the theological aspect. A husband can socially shame their wife to their friends to put societal pressure on the wife to change.
Who would that be more embarrassing for?
Yeah, I feel like that would actually ruin the guy.
My wife won't fuck me.
The church is full of hoes and single mothers, and you complaining about your woman to your friends is the first mother. Oh, please, he doesn't suck my dick. What
we're not complaining. We're appealing to the church and our community of church.
Your guy friends can see
someone listen to the church. All of them are virgins.
They'll address it themselves. The guy can just go and confirm that, yes, I'm being pussy whipped, and he can get some shit for it. But that's a good way for if the wife is unwilling to change,
Can I ask you a question, sir?
And saying it to her, it's kind of like a third party going in, trying to arbitrate, like a therapist.
If you have to complain to your friends because your wife won't put out, you don't deserve pussy.
You have no power. If you have to go to the therapist, if you have to go to the pastor, if you have to go outside of your relationship for her to beg, for her to go back,
wait, so if I go to God, if I go to Christ, if I go to my church,
but then when somebody's sitting there telling you that you can compromise in the relationship, you're saying you're being a pussy.
Gentlemen, we're gonna.
That's what I don't understand. You're
message is sponsored in part by
Currency. This message is sponsored and fully supported by Coochie Currency. Ladies and gentlemen, the men love it. It works well, and it seems to shut you all up. But be mindful. You guys have all been kind of talking over each other. And I will say Fatty is the guest of the evening. So he is the one up here defending his claim. So please give him the floor when he needs it. And that is a woman handing the floor over to a man when he's asking for it. Tommy with the Big 10. If you have to ask someone to answer your question, then you don't have power. Shots fired again from Tommy. Geddes Vault with the Big 5 says, I'm married and agree with Fatty. These dudes are coping. Ooh, shots fired. And Hall Long with the Big 10. Funny, somebody is clipping out on the audio. Yes, we're aware Guam is having some shitty audio feed. I don't know if it's Bluetooth. I'm not sure what it's clipping out from.
I should be in a better area.
Yeah, Sarah,
we're not
just
dying.
No, it's fine. Sarah, just click on his audio settings and patch put the 3 boxes, and it's going to stop. Right? And by the way, friends, I'm not mad at y'all because y'all are cutting me off. I'm mad at y'all because every time people of power come here and engage in hypotheticals, baby will be punted to the moon on an island by y'all listen, y'all will answer it, y'all will let him repeat it 10 times to answer a crazy hypothetical. But when I say, if your woman denies sex to you, what can you do? The Church of the Jesus of God and the nations of the... Like, shut the fuck up. The law of the land overrides the church. So if you go cry to the church, she will cry to the jury and to the motherfucking... Not the jury, she's going to cry to the judge. Who has power? The person that is crying to a motherfucking church that can enforce their power, or a woman crying to a judge of an institution that can literally stomp your ass, take your money, take your kids. Who has more power, Mr. Marte? Who has more power?
The courts are even, though.
Before anybody answers, backstage, I do have Caucasian Sasquatch and Eli Nix. If you want to see either of those two up here, you got to boot someone else. Fatty is off limits, but anybody else is open.
If you have $200, you can boot me. I will.
Can I ask a question?
I'll be
300. You're the guest of the night. I lose all of my.
And by the way, call me Dr. Fatty.
No,
wait. I'm about to head off. Could I just make one final statement?
Oh, sure. Go ahead, Evan. Go ahead. And Evan's going to make his exit, so we'll give him the space for his final thoughts. Go ahead, Evan.
I will say, Fatty, like in your aspect, yes, there is nothing that anyone can do to go and force themselves on their wife in this day and age with our current laws and everything. And I think that's for the best. But there are other ways to go and try to get what you want without forcing it. So, and I'd say like that's probably like the best thing, because if you have to force something, then it's not really you're probably like in a bad relationship.
I agree with that, Evan, but tell that to the people in the Middle East.
Fair enough. Well,
go to Africa and try to tell them that if you marry a woman and she doesn't want to have sex, that you have to sit there, cross your legs and pray to the gods. Remember when they pray to the gods of rain? Please rain, please God, give me some virtual pussy. I mean, ridiculous. Y'all need to be pragmatic about what you have in front of you. You have no power, because if you did, you wouldn't be on YouTube complaining about bitches. That's the reality. If you have all this power, go ahead and say no to your woman for 10 days, for a week, for a month, and see if that woman that is following you has the predisposition to say yes, sir, no, sir. She will start to acting out, and she will start to leave. She will leave, because most women control the dynamics of relationships. It's not you. It's her.
I disagree. I want to ask a question, Sarah, just to you, because I haven't talked for a long time, but I've been listening for a bit. So, yeah, I've heard. I'm not a rocket surgeon like all these guys. I'm not smart, right? So I need to understand something. So I've heard that the reason why women have rights to vote and stuff like that is because men allowed it. And if they wanted to take it away, they could, blah, 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 blah. And then I hear all these guys talking about, that's a lot of noise. Yeah, then I don't know. You hear all these dudes, like you guys are talking about, and the dudes have the power, women have the power, or whatever. So, is there, really?
I think it's Guam. Guam, I'm going to go ahead and mute you since you're, I think, driving. Go ahead.
Is there? I have a follow up, but is there some type of magic spell that women have?
It's called coochie dollars.
Well, no, but I get that. But
you missed the first part of the show. It's called coochie dollars.
No, I get that.
Yes.
Just trust me. Like I said, I have a follow up. So what I have a hard time understanding is because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like a lot of these dudes are angry at women, and then they say the women have the power because they control the coochie, right? But it almost seems to me when I hear also the statistic that, you know, the women only go after the top whatever percent of men, you know, like Andrew Tate, and he's the man. But these people seem to be angry at the women. Aren't they misdirecting the anger when it should be on those men that are giving those women that false sense that they can get a 10 that's a multimillionaire? Like, isn't it the dude who's doing that's fault for giving those women that impression in the first place, since they control everything?
That was a crazy question. Like
yeah, that's what I do, Fatty.
That's
why I'm respected.
We are not doing the blame game. We're telling who has the power, and just because like y'all guys are extremely,
those top echelon of men have the power.
Just because I'm explaining something doesn't mean that I agree with. I think society will run better if Marte was right. I truly do. The thing is, he's wrong. He's 100% wrong. His world His world is fantasy. His world will happen if on the next 10 years, men change all the laws and now men go back to power because they have some enforcement mechanism to go about. But to Dr. Tent, right?
Yes.
It's not about the blame game. The genie is out of the bottle. Now he's trying to find a way either to contain him or to restrict him a little bit so he doesn't go crazy. So
right. And then what Dusty said,
I don't think no man, just because Andrew Tate told him something that he thinks he can beg a Victoria's Secret while he works at McDonald's. I think that's irreal. Nobody believes that.
But then to what Dusty said is bring shaming back, but don't shame the women for having sex with that top percentile of men. Shame the men.
Did I say that?
Just because you you said bring back shaming type of thing, right? But I'm saying that just because he has a $50 million yacht and a $20 million penthouse doesn't mean that he's above being shamed for having sex with all those women.
Who said that?
I'm saying that.
Do you think shame works? Do you think he's going to stop fucking bitches and getting money because you shamed him into being a bad man?
Yeah, I say if dudes stop being cucks and lining up behind channels that go, yeah, and I do this and I do that and I can do whatever I want with women. If they stop lining up behind them like cucks,
hey sir,
right,
I will answer the question. I will ask the question.
Then they wouldn't have the money and the power.
I will ask the question
to do
again,
this in the first place.
I will ask the question again because broke men, if they look good enough, they fucking woman left and right. You think that you are going to shame men into stop fucking bitches and getting money? You think if enough man comes on the internet and says Andrew Tate bad, stop fucking my wife, stop fucking my future wife, do you think he's going to say, oh damn, I didn't know about that, oh shame works, and do you think he's going to stop? Shame doesn't work.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, but you're not saying nothing. The problem with what is happening with the, like, especially with Marte, right?
Did you just say I'm not saying nothing?
You are not saying nothing. To be honest,
you're saying something.
No, you're saying something. There's just not of no substance because we are not doing the blame man or blame woman. We are talking about the power dynamics on current relationships.
Right, which is the dudes have all the power, but they're sitting on the internet blaming women on a regular basis that, oh, she's a this, like on the whatever podcast. But when it really comes down to it, the men are the one in control, right? So rather than having 20,000 people watching whatever show that's saying, oh, yeah, blah, 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 how about actually work on yourself? Like that guy. Anyway, I don't want to be insulting.
You're not saying nothing.
I understand. It's quite often that people don't understand what I'm saying until many years after the fact.
Hey, sir,
You'll understand later.
Think about it. Work on yourself. Be built like Superman. Get $1 billion. Get connections. Get everything. And you're still you just became a bigger target.
And everyone can do that.
No, listen carefully. She still can deny you sex. She still doesn't have to cook. She still doesn't have to know nothing like the regular woman. And she actually, now that you have a tremendous amount of money, she can go to Instagram, say that you did something to her, and take you to the cleaners, like what happened to Shannon
No,
Sharp.
if you are in a relationship,
Stop. Yes.
If
You know
you're
why?
in a relationship and she don't want to have sex with you, you're doing it wrong.
That's good.
Amen to that.
Yep.
And on that note, Evan Lord sent $5 to say, good night, Mr. 10th Man. It's a bit odd to have an opinion on normal relationships as someone who engages in what you do. Joke. Sarah kicked 10th Man. All right, 10th Man, you're going to the back. And then we're bringing up, we got Me Pie. Why do you, okay, hold on. Me Pie, are you shirtless? Come back on cam for a second because I need to make sure
Trying to bite my scalp.
Butt naked. Me Pie, you got to come back on. I saw you had your shirt, which I'm not complaining, but you had your shirt off. So come back on the camera, get back in the light. I can't do it till you show me that you're not completely naked and about to like
Sarah,
show
stop
balls
being
on
such
the
a meat
screen.
gazer. She brought the whole show to a halt until she can see you
I want to see and make sure you're not naked. Good shirt. Sir.
That's what I'd say too.
Nipple shaming.
Balls. Okay, and while we're waiting
I
on
would never,
Mr.
sir.
Me Pie to figure out whether he's naked or not and prove to me that he's not naked, he was just on cam with a shirt
Did you
on
say
too.
Meat
A minute
Pie?
ago.
Is his name Meat Pie?
Me Pie.
I just want to make sure, is my mic still messing up?
You sound great.
Good.
Okay, we've got these other super chats. How long says with the Big Ten, why is Fatty being the voice of reason? Seriously.
Because I usually am. I just don't have 100,000 subscribers. And the day that you do, you're going to be sucking my dick as usual. Because y'all like clout, y'all are not actually deep thinkers at all.
Fair enough.
I'm a deep thinker. Pussy's the ultimate thing in the world. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm a deep thinker. I look at reality and describe it as it is instead of saying I can pull woman even though I look like retarded Lionel Messi.
Oh my god, the ultimate good is to have sex. That's the highest good is having sex with women. That's like
I
all
didn't say that. I said that that's the reality.
Go harder, dude.
Hey, sir.
The very first commandment was go forth and multiply, sir.
Let me just say this before Sarah read the rest of the super chats. A man just destroyed $1 billion fortune to fuck a 49-year-old on a Coldplay concert.
She was ugly too.
This is how far men are willing to go to get extra coochie. He ruined his family, he lost his job, and he's probably going to lose $500 million to get dry pussy, menopause pussy.
I bet it was really wet.
If he actually had like
I
track,
would have actually been happier, like, or not happier. Like I could have justified it if she was like a young, hot supermodel, and it'd be like, I don't even blame him. Like I can't even be mad, right? Like
you don't know that woman got skills.
He was doing the thing that Fatty wanted. Actually, that's how he's getting back at his wife.
Geddes says Marte is pushing for a world he wants, but knows Fatty is right. I respect it. LOL.
Of course she knows.
Carry on.
No.
Cat GPT says, have we established that Poon is the ultimate power in a relationship? Crazy work. It is amazing. And of course, Marte got his name changed to God's Little Virgin. A shout out to Dusty for that. We read
Praise
this one
God.
already. And Marte would like me to change Dusty to the curdled.
No,
musty.
not the curdled musty.
I will do that here in just
Come on,
a
man.
second.
It's the chowdered
Marte.
musty. Do it right.
And Hall Long says, time to bring back masculine authority. Egalitarian society has proven too decadent for us to control ourselves. Okay. Me Pie, I'm going to bring up Ricky Bobby instead and give you an opportunity to prove to me. I saw you were shirtless, but I got to know that you're not butt naked back there. So, all right.
What if he's just wearing gray sweatpants?
That's fine. That's fine. But when he originally was on, he had a shirt on when he showed backstage. But then now he's like suddenly shirtless when I was about to bring him up, and you just can't be too careful. And then also
You're gonna have to move your mic further than that.
But then also I have Phoenix backstage and How Long Nate backstage waiting to hop on. If you want to see them up here, you know what to do. Boot anyone but Fatty. All right, go ahead, Fatty. Take it over.
I'm just saying that Stillborn, he knows the reality. Instead of talking by his very myopic like point of view of a very select men that refuse coochie, most men in society are dying for coochie. They are getting in relationships for coochie. They are going to war for coochie. They are literally willing to give their life away if their coochie princess decides one day that she doesn't want to die on Titanic. That's the reality. That's always how we have been as people. So if you are going to be a Puritan and I don't do that, go to a church on Sunday, sir. Go see how many single mothers are there. Go see how many women.
There's no single mothers in my church, as a matter of fact. All of us believe in marriage being based.
What is the percentage of the population of your church?
Gentlemen, I have to step away for just a moment to go check on my daughter. I'm going to leave Sasquatch in charge to ensure you are mannerly and mediated properly. Thank you, Sasquatch, in advance. Everyone respect Sasquatch. Thank you.
Okay, so the question still Barn. I just have one more question for Stillborn. Are the women and men of your church represented in mass on the overall population in the West?
I'd say that the majority of Catholics and Orthodox reflect this worldview, yes.
No, not about worldview. The way they actually move.
Yeah, they practice this in their daily lives.
Stillborn. Didn't you say that you practice chastity and you're pro that? You say that or something like that?
Yeah, I say that I don't practice chastity. I'm married, but I would definitely recommend, if you want the best outcomes for your marriage and for your children, since your marriage is far less likely to break apart if you get married as virgins.
So do you think that the average age in the West, since the average age of marriage is 29 years old, do you think most of these women and men are behaving on the way that you think, like that you said that you
No, they're all giving into feminist propaganda and focusing on themselves over society.
So I'm describing reality and you were describing an exception, so you lose.
I'm describing fucking 60 years ago, dude. What are you talking about?
60 years ago is not 2025.
You're right, it's not. And
6 years ago
is not 2025. Do you think
the world changed. You have a obese Portuguese person talking with you at 4 a.m. in the morning on the other side of the ocean. The world changed. Get along, move along.
Can't shift culture at all. Culture can't be shifted. You don't think culture can be shifted?
Absolutely. Portugal is a way more traditional and religious country than the United States. And you know the divorce rate in Portugal on the last 10 years, 70%. Beat that shit.
Get rid of no fault divorce. That number will drop to like 5.
Why would we want to force people to be together who don't want to be together?
Because it's better for their children.
Not. Are you kidding?
Yes, it is.
People who hate each other living together.
Are women doing what's best for their children?
Absolutely not.
That's crazy.
No, hey, Stillborn, are women doing what's best for their children in mass?
In what?
Are women doing what's best for the family, society, and their children in mass in the West?
No, that's because most of them are getting divorced.
So we're talking about reality. These women don't give a fuck about kids. They don't give a fuck about society. They want to get their way. And if they have to trample on you to get it, they will. Absolutely.
Oh, so were women always fucking materialists and individualists?
We never knew their nature until we fully unleash it. And now that it's unleashed, you don't know how to act because once again,
we never knew the nature of women.
No, sir. Let me.
I still think
let me just say this, right? Of course, there's the Bible and Adam and Eve and all this shit. Like, there's allegory about how women behave when you are unleashed. But the thing is, we always thought was the minority of women. When I was growing up 20 years ago before social media, the hoe was just 3 people in the town. There was 5 women in the village. They were the prostitutes. They were the people that were like on the side of society. Now they become the norm. You open Instagram, you look at your neighbors, you go outside. At least half of the population is acting like that. So the times that
you guys have a romanticized
you want to
view
talk about reality, or you want to talk about what happened in the 60s?
What do you think is the cause of that?
Options, social media, woman emancipation, sexual liberation.
It's pretty easy to know what the cause of it is. What's the solution?
Contraceptives, the economy change.
Hold on, what's the problem we're trying to fix?
What was the question?
Somebody said, "What's the solution?" And I want to know what define the problem that needs to be solved.
Family staying together, women not acting so hoey, men not going out there and playing power games all the time.
The community.
Cultural cohesion, seems like a pretty big problem.
You choose one though, like that's what I'm saying. Which problem are you trying to address, and with what measures? I personally don't think that I don't have an issue with too much vagina being available. That's not a problem to me.
Is this about you, Flow State?
Hey, brother, you're not muting when you do that.
Yeah,
I know you think you are, but you're not.
Yeah, please don't die on stream. what I'm saying, Flow State, is just because you have that point of view, that doesn't mean that society.
That's why I want him to define the problem that he's trying to fix.
It seems like the conversation that we've been having is the problem of women being hosed the entire time, and how are we going to, like, as men, fight back against that?
And I think that that's a crazy problem to have. When has a hoe ever done you wrong?
I mean, when she's a hoe, when you're in a relationship with her.
Well, only all the men. The hoe into a house. Isn't her doing anything wrong? You guys lying to yourself.
Matter of fact, we complaining why women stop being hoes when they marry us. Why are they hoes from 19 to 29, and as soon as they get the ring and a couple of kids, now they are not hoes anymore? That's actually what men are complaining. Why could you do all those things for those guys for free, and now that I'm paying the ultimate price, either I comply to your lack of owners when it comes to me, or you move to the next guy? Why should I be punished?
Who's the one encouraging them to be hoes when they're younger? It's men, of course. It's us.
Is men?
No, it's feminists and secularists.
We always always.
You Christians.
I'm sorry. Are the Christians telling women to go out and fuck a bunch of guys in college?
Let me tell you, the biggest freaks were I found at church. Absolutely. You want to know who is?
That didn't answer my question, dude.
At church. Yes, she is.
That didn't answer my question, dude. I said, are Christians as a societal prescription pushing for women to go to college and be promiscuous, or are they saying, no, don't do that, focus on a family?
I don't think either one.
Christians in mass don't care.
Yeah, Christians in mass don't care. Your little echo chamber on the internet is not representative of Christians.
Not real Christians. We're talking about real Christians.
No. You don't do the real Christian.
You don't get to decide that.
The Christian.
Yeah, actually, there has to be.
Yes, Orthodox can decide that. What are you talking about?
No, you can't.
Into what Orthodox is.
Hey, Marte, let me ask you.
Are you God?
Let me ask you something, Marte.
Why do you get to decide what a real Christian is, Powder Dusty? Why do you get to decide what a real Christian is?
I don't get
my choice.
Oh, so for you, it's just anyone who says that they're a Christian? Right, okay. I'm a fucking squirrel. Am I a squirrel now?
No, you don't get to say what other people are with their relationship with God. You're not involved in that.
I can definitely tell you that if they contradict
the teachings of you want to speak with the authority of God. That's why your religion has made you more Luciferian. Your religion has made you behave more satanically, ironically, than my lack of religion.
I'm a Christian who thinks that the best way to serve God is to curb stomp babies. Am I still being a Christian?
Yes,
I deny Jesus Christ in the same process.
Yes, because Christians sin, right? Don't Christians sin?
Hold on. I just said I'm a Christian. I deny Jesus Christ and curb stomp babies. Am I still?
As long as you accept Jesus before you die, yes, you have a blank.
Not what I said.
What denies? No, 1 second. What denies your Christianity is not that you stump on babies.
I just said I deny Christianity in this sentence. I deny Jesus Christ.
No, 1 second, sir. You are introducing two outside. You are introducing the I deny Jesus and I stomp babies. What makes you not a Christian is not you stomping babies, is you not saying I don't want Jesus Christ in my life.
But I still say I'm a Christian. I still say I'm a Christian. I'm still
I disagree that that's the Orthodox position. I think if you stomp a baby, you're denying Christ in the action,
baby.
Yeah, I agree.
So when Christians sin, they lie, they respect their parents, they do blasphemy, all that, they stop being Christians, right? They say, oh my God, blasphemy.
No, that's not what I said.
Individual Christians deny the ethic. They don't disprove the ethic.
I'm sorry, Nix, for interrupting you.
If Christians make mistakes, it does not make them not Christians. But what I asked you specifically was, if I claim to be Christian and deny Jesus Christ, am I now no longer
right? But that's a dramatic example.
But just answer the fucking question. Stop waiting.
What you were doing was not that dramatic. When you were describing who is a real Christian or not, you delineated it by who agrees with you. That's what you just did.
No, I don't. I think Catholics are still real Christians.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
Well, then what the
I'm
fuck are you talking
telling you
about,
what you did.
Yeah, and I said that there are certain people just self-identifying as a Christian does not make you.
What you did is you delineated between real Christians and not real Christians by who agrees with you regarding college for women. Yes, you did. And then you tried to use the baby stomping example.
Yes.
No, hold on. I'm not saying that if you think women should go to college, you're not a real Christian. That's not what I said. I asked you if the majority of Christians are saying and telling women that they should go to college. That's what they should do, and they should be promiscuous and fuck 70 guys while they're.
And when I said no, they're not making a statement on that either way. You said those aren't real Christians.
No, I said they. No, you said that they weren't saying that at all. No,
does the church agree with me? That's what matters.
Which church?
Does what I say coincide with anything biblical, with what Christ said?
That's not, but that's ridiculous because...
Yeah, Christ said dash the babies on the rocks. So yeah, actually that is pretty Christian.
No, that would be against
Marte, 1 second. Marte, do Christians sin all the time?
Of course, we're fallible.
Bad.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
But that's bad. We don't say you should do it.
No, I know. So the question is, if a woman is being a hoe, Merry Christmas, oh ho ho, Merry Christmas, for 10 years, and she finds somebody that looks like he's wet behind the ears, like Mr. Silborn, and she forgave herself, and she gave herself to Christ the Lord, and she's willing to follow the church. Mr. Silborn, would you recommend men to take her, since now she actually behaving like a church lady?
In comparison to a woman who is still engaging that lifestyle, yeah, I'd recommend go with her.
Okay.
Does that mean that I recommend that men have to date her? No.
Let me just wrap it up, and this is the point. Y'all are the last stop for hoes. This is why these women be acting crazy for 15 years, and then all of a sudden, either be Islam or Christianism, they devote their word to God, and they are not. I'm delivered because y'all are suckers. Y'all,
that's completely false.
Total straw man. Total straw man of what I just fucking said.
Hold on, what's the past?
Let me mute myself.
You don't think that we would find that? Do you think that we have a revulsion against the hoes past?
No,
We naturally do. We're humans like everybody else. So
No,
that's
you don't.
completely
No,
blatantly
you
false.
don't. Y'all cuff hoes, y'all cuff baby mamas, y'all stepdaddies. Huh?
Pattern recognition machines as human beings. All of us, Patty. So this applies to everybody. What are you talking about, Patty?
Hey, Marte, how many bodies do I have?
That's I don't know. Nobody would know this. I would know this, but I recognize patterns nonetheless.
Good question. He doesn't have any. He's a virgin for Christ too.
So use your spidey sense and your pattern recognition, CSI Minority Report. How many bodies does Flow State have? Go ahead.
If I go online and I find pictures surfacing, boys talking about, oh, I hit it too, do you think that this would be a proclivity of her past showing up?
There's a big if. There's no information out there like that.
Cool, just like your if of me wondering whether or not her body count is high or not. It's the same shit. What are you talking about, Patty?
You're talking about the fictional world where you can go online and ask.
You're just asserting it's fucking fiction. You're not defending the position whatsoever.
I'm not.
No, you just keep saying you guys are creating a fictional world.
No, it's because I will say this and I'll repeat it again. I'll repeat it again, right? Most of us are going to most of us are going to either marry women that either were former hoes or at some point on time at some old behavior on their life. Average age of marriage is 29. You have no control over what that woman was doing between 17, 18, 19 to like a decade, right? What I'm saying is, once again, you become easy targets because you look at the woman and because of your religion that says forgiven for all those things. And like these women know for a fact, if they put on their bio, I want a God-fearing man, I want a man that does this, I want a man that does that, she's going to get with people like you. So once again, why should I correct my behavior when I know if I'm 32 and I become a devout Orthodox woman, there's always going to be a guy in the end of the rainbow.
You can't become a devout Orthodox woman.
And try to take care of me.
You can't be a devout Orthodox woman. I mean, you can try, but we're going to laugh at you when you're makeup and dress.
That's very anti-Christian of you.
No, it's not to say that he can't become an Orthodox woman.
Yeah, to say he can't be redeemed. Oh, an Orthodox woman.
That's what I was just joking about. Because he said I could be an Orthodox woman.
I got you.
No. One second. So a woman can redeem themselves after having 4 baby daddies and owing around and find the husband on the Orthodox Church? Answer the question.
Of course.
Right.
Answer the question.
In the eyes of God.
Loud.
Yes, she can be forgiven in the eyes of God. For
What
sure.
did you say? Repeat it again because I was over talking. I'm sorry.
She can be forgiven in the eyes of God, yes.
Okay, so she can be forgiven in the eyes of God. So go ahead.
Like it means something. Body count still means something. It carries over. You know.
Who cares about body count?
Tommy Woosah comes in with a big 10 to say if we got rid of no-fault divorce, then people would be forced to consider the consequences of their actions and theoretically would think long and hard before rushing to get married.
Oh, they would be incentivized to create situations like abuse or substance abuse, which would justify the divorce. You're incentivizing more harm.
Just making assertions at this point. No, we don't know that.
Yes, I am making an assertion. It literally incentivizes abuse.
Cal, can you demonstrate that?
If the only way I can get divorced from a woman I don't want to be with
those assertions, Dusty.
What?
That's ridiculous on his face, Dusty. That's ridiculous, bro.
No, it's not. It's ridiculous on your face. If I cannot get divorced,
Dusty.
If I cannot get divorced,
100. That is 100. That is 100% putting.
Putting what? My dick in your ass?
He's talking.
That's 100% gay on your part. but go ahead.
No, I was hearing Dusty out. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, if I cannot get divorced because there's no fault divorce, but I can get divorced if I hit my wife, that incentivizes abuse. Absolutely.
I don't know about that.
That's not.
It gives a special benefit to somebody who is abusive that they did not have when they were not abusive.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why would
How do you not know about it?
Or adultery. Adultery as well.
Or adultery. Absolutely. Or adultery.
Adultery is very hard to prove.
Hold on,
in some
but
states as well, though. Like for instance, like here in Maryland, there would have to be a private third party, like basically a PI that goes and discovers the adultery. Even if my husband admitted to it, even if I brought all 30 girls up to the stand, it wouldn't matter. There has to be a PI available to take pictures and document and prove, because they have to be an unattached
But that
person.
doesn't matter to the point, right? The
And the
point
lead
is that there's
attorney
a
said
special
that-
benefit allotted to people who violate sanctions of marriage.
I'll be right back. Just a second. Go ahead.
I'm not wrong on this.
No,
and none of you like it, but I'm absolutely right.
No, what you're saying makes no fucking sense.
How does it not make sense?
Well, if I
wanna
want to divorce my wife for no fucking reason, if she's making me happy, I'm gonna have to.
So,
I'm gonna have to
Dusty.
slap a bitch. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You make no sense, sir. If she's
Dusty.
making you happy, there's no reason to divorce.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He's saying, I was just saying, like, if I wanted to get divorced from my wife, I'd have to slap a bitch, and it's like,
Right, that's how fault divorce works.
Right.
It doesn't allow you to have a
Dusty,
divorce unless
all those
but why would you want to divorce her? Give me the reason why you'd want to divorce her.
Why would what? You don't think that dudes want to divorce their wives ever? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not for no justification, which is what you're advocating
I'm
for.
not playing
You
this
should be
game
able
with
to
you. This
fucking
is
leave your
stupid.
wife
You're
for
just
no fucking
windmilling
reason.
now.
I think he's the coochie.
Nate, I think you're muted or something. I can't really hear you.
Yeah, Nate, you're talking to the.
Hold on, guys. Under those.
Damn,
Oh, he's just got a hell of a lag. Wow, you're
Yeah,
lagging
I
crazy.
told you guys, it's like
Really
Hey,
bad.
that's funny. I'm actually happy that he has a leg.
That was like a 20-second lag. That was massive.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'm not even joking. I'm not happy. I'm very happy that he has a leg. But the moment that y'all understand that y'all are workhorses with your princess on your back, and she's the one actually tell you where to go with the carrot, with the coochie carrot dangling in your face, you will understand relationships a little bit better. It's just pride.
yes.
It's just pride telling you that you are in control. Yeah.
I did a poll on my end, and 73% agree that pussy is the biggest motivating force on earth.
Yes, that's why you get the Lamborghini. You hate cars. You just know that the car is going to get you coochie.
And coming in from Cash App, Raymond sends a big 5 to make it feel better. Or no, that was last week. I'm sorry.
Damn, you getting offline
Raymond-
Cash App? That's crazy.
Oh, I just clicked the wrong one. Sorry, he sends a big 10 to say, for you to drink, you've earned it. Thank you so kindly. I finished it. And then Bane Bear sends a big 10 to say, I love you. Have a great night, Sarah. And thank you so kindly. And then Tommy Woosaw says, when people say real Christian, they mean those who walk in the light of Christ, but they sound like they claim the authority to perceive such matters, which is reserved for God only.
Hey, Sarah, you know what this reminds me? The real Christian? A real man will do this. A real woman will do that. Ladies and gentlemen, like most men are not like these just people. People are going to do what people do. Just because you want to talk about a small minority of people because you feel safe there doesn't mean that the 90% of the population doing completely the opposite of what you preach is going to disappear. Wake up and smell the motherfucking coffee. The real world doesn't go by your beliefs. It's not.
The irony of claiming that somebody else is not a real Christian is that Satan was thrown out of heaven for wanting to be God. And when you take that responsibility upon yourself to designate who is and is not a real Christian, you are behaving more satanic in the service of your religion than anybody who's not.
Hey, Powder, I want to understand something real quick here.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah, great, funny. Anyways, just so I just want you to know, I'm a rhinoceros.
Nice.
Damn,
Good
you
luck.
got him there.
Based.
Why am I wrong?
Great,
Why am I wrong?
tweet.
My apologies.
Right on.
Marte, I owe you 10 back as a credit because I missed that earlier. I stepped away. That was my fault.
I mean, it's not too late. You can change it to the Colonel Mustang.
Then he says,
Here, you know what? I'm going to change it myself.
I just changed you to the chowdered Dusty. So, and my apologies. If you want to use a boot,
I can see it. I guess women have more power than men here, as demonstrated here. Women have more.
I apologize. I meant to do that, and then I got distracted. And that is on me.
Hold on.
If you want to use that $10 credit to boot anyone, I'm handing it back to you to use.
Marte, you can still win the argument by appealing. Send me $10 to change my name, and watch how fast it gets changed.
Yes, and then you can talk with your priest and with your pastor and Clay and say, please, can she change the name back? Like you have to beg for it. I am having the difficulty.
You know what? That's why I said I concede right now because obviously, like it's proved.
I'm having like for people that support the force doctrine, which is if you can enforce nothing, you have no power. Why are y'all so dense when it comes to relationship that you can enforce? Why are people that are so logical and understand that if there's no enforcement mechanism, it means that you actually don't have those things? All of a sudden, they don't understand that men in the West have no enforcement mechanism to make women of today do what their grandmother.
I don't believe in this force doctrine thing.
Do you know that's against the law in Arizona? You know that's a felony, not a felony, but a misdemeanor.
What is the law? What is the misdemeanor?
If my woman cheats on me in Arizona, a wife cheats on me, that's a misdemeanor. You know that, right? In Arizona?
That's fucked up.
But if she cheats on you with a woman, is that a misdemeanor?
Well,
if she invites you, then that's a perk.
It just never gets enforced in Arizona.
That was good.
Yeah, but technically, you're breaking a contract, right? Not to say that breaking contracts are necessarily illegal by way of like misdemeanor and civil citations, but it can spring for court hearings. So I could see why
there is enforcement for the men's behalf.
So what happens exactly after you get caught cheating? So you keep all the money, you keep your kids, she loses custody of you get the majority of the custody. What happened afterwards?
I can appeal to a greater use of force, and not only that, but I can appeal for a better result and a better outcome.
So basically, you have to go to the legal process that is tilted towards women.
Hold on, I thought you said that we're weak if we go to a third party. I thought you were saying
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say. What I said is
the same very thing that women can do. What are you talking about?
No, it's because once you get to that family court, now your religion, your masculine frame, your build, like you're done. Because the courts
that doesn't
so the family court doesn't favor woman, Marte.
Hold on, this should go both ways.
Not favor woman.
She goes to court. No, this makes no sense. That night cuts both ways, Fatty. If she cheats on me and I have a miss, I can appeal to law and say, "Hey,
you know why you're wrong." Let me tell you why you're wrong. There's a person on our site called the lead attorney, right? And he was literally talking about this 3 days ago. Somebody asked him verbatim, "Hey, sir, do cheating? If you go and says my wife cheated on me, does that actually help your case?" What he said was 20 years ago, because it was socially frowned upon. 2030, they will enforce that. They will say, absolutely, if your woman cheated on you, we are going to make sure she gets punished for that. After the 2000s, that doesn't hold in court anymore. You have to give him a STD.
It's the same both ways.
Like those things are not enforced. And this is by an attorney that handles thousands of cases and has it like
it's the same both ways.
No, but that's not normal. What are you saying? There's both ways.
It's the same for men and women. The courts don't care if either party cheats.
No, but that's what I'm talking about, and this is exactly what we're talking. Right? Is even if this is what I'm talking about, right? Even if I don't cheat, right? I'm going to be penalized for being a man. Even if she cheats, she's not going to penalize.
Unless she makes more money than you, then you're not going to be penalized than she will.
And there's a small percentage of men that are.
It is a small percentage, but it's also a small percentage of women that get alimony.
Yes, and if I date Adele and Oprah and Rihanna, I will be protected. That's rare.
Banging fatty.
No. There's Flo say, are you married to a woman that makes more money than you?
No. When I got divorced, ask me about my divorce experience in divorce court and family court.
No. But
I know you don't want to ask me that question because you know that I support my side.
Because I know you are the average man right now and you were the minority of men back then. For the average man, going to court just to fight for anything is an uphill battle. So when it comes to costs of the lawyers, when it comes to litigation, when it comes to dividing resources, is an uphill battle. And
That's the same for everybody.
No, it's not.
You know, we're changing that now, Fatty. 90% of men who actually fight for custody do get it. You know that, right?
And how many thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars are there? You're going to spend?
It's the same for both sides.
No, it's not, because most of these women are not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get 50-50.
No, they're spending hundreds of thousands of the husband's money usually.
Actually, most people settle outside of court.
Right.
That's true.
But people
say, I got a question for you real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. Finish your thought. Well, I've been listening for a while now, and I'm just wanting to understand your argument. So you're positing all these things about how, you know, what women be doing to guys and how it's fucked up, and but you don't seem to have a prescription other than if you can't beat them, join them. Am I understanding that right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what's the prescription to women's hoedom, women treating men in a shitty way, and all these custody battles, and in the imbalance of a power dynamic? What's the prescriptive measure?
As a definitive one, you have to change the laws and incentivize men to actually be less forgivable than they are.
Less forgivable.
Yes, meaning if your girl was in high school and she had 4 boyfriends and a train run on her and all those things, she doesn't deserve forgiveness just because she has a coochie and you
oh, okay, you're so right. Men should forgive. Right. Okay.
Men should reward good woman and put bad woman to the side. If good woman have a problem with they're not good woman at all. So if you're giving the same rewards to the good woman that waited for you, that care for you, that clean for you, that sucks your dick, and the ugly woman, the shitty woman, the fat woman, the woman that doesn't fuck you, doesn't do nothing, still has a husband, you are taking society like you are taking the reward system. If
you don't want women to be submissive. But don't you think you're kind of painting with a broad brush and you're speaking in a lot of generalities when
that's how you speak as a man?
This stuff,
yes, that's how you speak as a man. I'm on a ninth floor right now. If I jump, I will die. Might be wrong, probably, but possible. It's possible, but it's not probable. I'll probably die.
Sure.
Right?
Well, and I'm not saying I disagree with anything that you said, but when it comes to the prompt, you know, traditionalists are wrong. Women run relationships. And my understanding that you think that's the case, but you don't think it should be the case.
Just because I'm explaining something doesn't mean that I agree with it. So then
right. Fair enough. So you don't think it should be the case, but you think it currently is the case.
I'm explaining what it is. I don't think that's most women are not prepared to lead a relationship because they're extremely emotional. They will follow along where the wind is blowing. But for the most part, I'm explaining something. I don't agree with it because if we actually look at the results,
and you think laws over culture is going to fix that?
I think the laws are the backbone of society for the most part, because people are going to try to, like, if people know they can get away with shit, they will, like paternity fraud, false allegations. A woman wouldn't try to shake down Shannon Sharp if she knew she was going to spend time in jail for trying to extort him. So first you change the laws, and then the culture usually follows.
What laws do you want?
I think.
What laws do you want on the books then?
Paternity fraud should be punished. False allegations should be punished. Child alienation, you should lose your kids automatically. Like, there's a bunch of laws that actually can make women not just give up and go to the next state because they can do it. So yes, if you change current laws,
what do any of those mean?
Wait, what did you ask?
Well, paternity fraud, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right?
Not really.
Yeah. But okay,
not really.
Well, let me do this. Let me do this before we deep dive down that. Everyone watching over on YouTube, Raging Tomato side, I'm going to cut Raging Tomato off here in just a couple minutes. So start moving over to the Gauntlet. I'm going to raid over to the Gauntlet. So you need to watch over there. If you're watching on Rumble, if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on Insta, you'll just stay right where you are. If you're watching on Fatty or Flow or anybody else that's dual streaming, you're going to stay right where you are. But Raging Tomato on YouTube, I'm going to raid you over to the Gauntlet here in just a second. So if you want to start moving, Uncle Guns is so kindly dropping that link in. Daniel McCoy with the Big Five says, how is Dusty this fucking stupid? Oh, wait, it's Flow State.
And then another super chat with a question or a comment instead of just spazzing because you're wrong.
I think that's fair. And then Tommy Musa sending love back with the Big Ten. Flo is right about a real Christian. Fair enough.
Those two must have came in side by side.
Maybe.
One's honest, the other's angry.
So now can I ask Dusty a question? And Fatty, I love you like a brother, I do. But I got to say it. I want to show you how a real man answers a question. So, Dusty, if you, I know as far as I'm aware, you don't have a son, but don't you think it'd be weird to teach your son just F all the bitches and that makes you a real man? Because, like, that's what I hear all too much. That's what I was trying to say to Fatty is like, no, he's like, you, no, hold on. No, you had your chance. He's all,
say who said that? Yeah, I said that.
Bro, I tried to engage you. You lost your chance.
But I didn't say that.
I know you think, no, sir. I know you think you're fancy, right? But I'm a man.
I think you're fancy too.
Just because I have sex with men doesn't mean I'm not a man, right? And so when I engage you in a conversation, in a good faith conversation, and you tell me that my questions don't mean anything, you've lost your opportunity to engage with me.
So you still on your feelings about something that I said.
You lost your opportunity.
Just like a bitch.
So I want to hear the question though.
About something I said an hour ago that you would say nothing. You waited 1 hour to just say, because you said that I didn't say nothing. Like, who said that? Who said that you are a big man if you get all the woman?
You're acting like a woman.
Hey, doctor.
Listen, ma'am, go wash your vagina and shut up.
No. I just want to make sure before you, Dusty.
Shut up, lady.
Who said that you are a bigger man?
Shut up, Medea.
All the hoes?
Shut up.
Answer the question.
So, Dusty, if you raised a son, right? Mm-hmm. Would you teach him to be like that? Like just F all the hoes, get all the money, F all the hoes? Or would you tell him like, get a family, have a business, like actually be a good man? Would you teach him to be the way that it sounds like Fatty thinks men should be?
I don't think you need to teach people to indulge their desires. So no, I would not.
No, yeah, you would say, hey, like, moderation, like be a good man, not just F all the hoes, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know that good man is how I'd phrase it either, but basically, yeah, I mean, you're responsible for yourself, and those around you, right? You should assume enough, what's the word I'm looking for? You should have enough prosperity in your own life that you can support those around you, right? Take responsibility for that shit. Right. So yeah, I guess I agree with you. I just wouldn't phrase it like that.
I don't mean to interrupt too much, but I just want to make a quick point. You said you shouldn't indulge your desires, but didn't you also get done saying the whole street? I thought you said too much. You shouldn't indulge your desires.
You don't need to encourage people to indulge their desires.
Oh, okay. But then I thought the whole argument was that pussy was.
It's all right. We were still, Ten's Man was still going on.
Oh, forgive me. I just pointing out, if pussy's the greatest motivator,
there, but you were mistaken. Go ahead, Jensen.
Is there a limiting principle here?
No, I'm done. That's all I was trying to get to is stop blaming women because you suck, because your dad sucked or your mother sucked or whoever raised you sucked, and then you sit around on the internet for years crying, oh, women hold all the power because they have the vagina. No, you hold all the power because you got the dick. They want your money. They want you to take care of them. And if other dudes have been raised badly, then maybe fuck a fat chick and get her to lose a little bit of weight, but stop sitting on the internet crying.
So this is what we call passive aggressiveness, and bitches are.
This is tense, man.
I'm going to talk about somebody without talking about somebody. I said this multiple times. Just because I'm explaining something doesn't mean that I agree with something. And you know what? I'm going to introduce this great concept, right? You can be a man that fucks 1,000 bitches and be a great man. Because your value shouldn't be tied to the amount of bitches that you fuck. You can be a virgin and be a great man, right? So once again, when you tie your value to your woman or to the woman that you're fucking, that shows how much of a high school type of environment, how much of a slow macho man where you look at life. That has nothing to do with what I said. I never said that shit, ever. So once again, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying that men should fuck all the bitches. I'm saying that men, usually, if they have the opportunity, fuck all the bitches. Sorry for explaining you what reality is. My bad. I should lie to you like a hoe.
Well, Jeff never lies. Jeff says with a big 10, here's for Sarah's patience medal. Thank you so kindly. I love the patience trophies. They are the best. And John Mosman says, I love how half the panel is degens and the other half is ortho bros. LO, the most cringe folks laughing my ass off. Hi, Sarah. Hi, John.
Everybody get John Mosman.
Fair enough.
And by the way, y'all Orthodox bros don't get no coochie, no nothing. Y'all shouldn't be talking about relationships.
Coochie currency.
Ooh. Yeah, y'all should be talking about relationships that all relationships are not logical. Y'all come in with
a wide brush.
Logical entanglement.
Has a wife and a girlfriend.
If a woman stops fucking you, you just have to talk to her. Just talk to her. She man, you ever
more sense on your side than our side. We don't give
No.
It doesn't know about pussy. Yeah, right.
If a woman stops having sex with you, it's really easy. When she gets out of the shower, you go, hey, here's your towel. And then you push her up against the sink and you eat that shit like it's grocery and everything will be fine. You guys got to learn the tricks.
By a gay man, that's crazy.
That's pretty hardcore, bro.
Yeah.
Fatty, are you taking notes? You look like you're writing something down.
I will definitely be eating pickle matter as soon as she denies me sex. Yes, I will spread her.
I feel like so much of this shit is so simple, dude. Like everyone's talking about if a woman denies you sex. I think that what sex is from women is to men, attention is to women. What happens is when women deny sex, the guys are pawning, and as you said, Fatty, you're like a big simp, like a proud simp. If you just like
you'd be a proud cutthroat too.
Go to the garage and start working on some like woodworking or something, and don't talk to fucking nobody for a week,
isn't it?
What?
No, I'm saying if she denies you sex and you go, okay, fuck it, and you go start a hobby in the garage with fucking, Led Zeppelin turned all the way up, smoking cigarettes and making some badass cabinet, you're gonna get fucked before that cabinet's complete.
I'm black, right?
If you deny the attention, you'll get the sex back. That's how. I mean, everyone's talking about how much people know women, and I'm like, this is an easy equation here.
Oh yeah. I will go to my garage on the 9th floor, on the biggest city in my country, right in the middle of it, right, and I will try to do a share. Like,
no, let
me go further.
How do you walk up and down 9 flights of stairs and still call yourself Daddy?
Let me go further. Jesus will get so much pussy. Remember, Jesus was a carpenter, right? Jesus will get so much pussy in 2025. He's crazy.
You are right. You are right, Fatty. Jesus is hot.
For the record, though, we don't know he didn't get a lot of pussy. It doesn't really address that.
I would have sex with Jesus.
This is a totally off-topic question, but how come you gave Sarah that fake-ass picture for the thumbnail? Like, is it your older brother or something? You catfished the whole audience, bro.
I pulled that from a long time ago.
Let me explain that. Right?
Okay, that's a long time ago. I was just curious.
Is that back when he was exercisey?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll answer that. Not like y'all. I was actually here before Sarah was popular, right? Y'all are the Cleat Riders. So she had the picture of me that I used when AI was very, very short, like it was like a month ago. And she's using that for, I don't know, the past 1 year now for something like that. But y'all Cleat Riders, once again, might be mad at my AI, but one day you will respect me. You might not respect me today, but you will respect me one day. So
you take shots at my faith. I'm gonna take shots at you. So it's all good fun. But just had to throw that out there.
I don't take it personal. I actually invite confrontation because once again, we are men. We are not going to be mad at it, right?
Do you guys notice
other than stillborn with this coochie cap? I want one of those, by the way, stillborn. Do
you guys notice that there's?
Well, if you're cool enough and you make him laugh, he'll send you one.
Damn.
There's 8.
I will build a chair for y'all. Can you see me? I will go to my garage and build a chair so I can get the coochie cap.
Notice that there's 8 dudes up here, except for me and Sarah, as you guys all know. I'm a black, Irish, Jewish lesbian, and so Sarah's being paid money. I'm being paid clout, and there's 8 dudes up here. So maybe some of you are getting paid, but you notice that no chicks are up here. Do you ever wonder why?
Because you are
probably don't want to be around this shit.
Because they saw you and they said, "No, I'm arguing."
Because my wife's making me a drink.
Because you smelly. Like what?
How dare you assume my gender, you bigot?
Because every time you see you get
I'm allowed because I'm trans.
Oh, there we go. Solidarity.
Makes sense.
Hey, Fatty, can I pick up where we left off? I would just want to investigate your position a little more, and I'm genuinely curious. You know, I think that we probably agree on more than we disagree on. But whenever, so we got at least established that you're disenfranchised and disapprove of the way that women are today. But you think that the laws should be changed in order to provide a prescription for that. But what time period would you point to as a place where women were acting in the proper way, shape, and form?
When extended family was very important, when there was no social media, so your options are reduced to your village.
Can you give like a year?
Let's go the 60s and before. When women actually had to do their jobs, and if they don't do it, then they have you have to go to a place where there was constraints on women. And I think
was society more or less religious back then?
They were more religious.
Okay, that's kind of conceding my point there, that I think that, you know, the attack between the religious community and you guys in this debate, I think that there's some common ground, that it would be the religious ethic would actually solve a lot of this, but it seems like there's hostility towards it. And I think I just walked you through why that's the case, because even you would agree with it.
No, you know, it doesn't, because I can change church. I can change religion. I can change everything about me. You know what's funny? If I become a Muslim tomorrow and I go to the United States and I have enough money and clout, most of y'all women will turn Muslim just to suck my dick, because they want what it comes with my power. You can corrupt your woman, absolutely. There's very few women in the United States that a Middle East Arabian sheikh can just come in and steal from y'all. So the reality is, religion without enforcement is zero. There's no work. Your priest can do nothing. Your boss can do, like, there's nothing you can do. So what matters how human relationship? No, the question will be, what matters if my wife is religious when she can say no to the pastor too and just move along?
So this goes to the whole true Christian thing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and delegate, you're a true Christian, you're not this, that, the other, but it matters. That's why I said you shouldn't paint with a broad brush, and it is general matters of the heart. If the conversion is sincere, they will want to follow the doctrines of the church, and the doctrines do prescribe that you don't deny your husband sex. So she could be the biggest hoe forever, and if her conversion is sincere, it's the power of God that's going to make her into the greatest wife in the world.
Yeah, but she can change her mind too. Religious men are complaining about women too.
Yeah, but our position is saying that if someone makes a sincere conversion, they're not going to change their mind, and they're actually going to improve in life and raise up the levels. So
but how do you know he's sincere before meeting your woman at like in my country? There's a saying that says this, right? Tu vais encontrar, sabes o que a tua mulher vai ser quando a vires no tribunal de divórcio. This is in English. You are only going to know your wife is when you meet her at divorce court, right? Because all of us, religion or not religion, we met a woman that says she loves us, she's Christian. I was baptized. My parents are highly religious. We come from a background just like y'all, respectfully. And you know what happens in mass? As soon as you introduce social media and all these things, they still said, you know what? I have a choice. I know I was raised, I was baptized, all my guidance has to do with God and all that shit. And then, even then, as soon as they get married with their husband, they throw the cross around the room, and they will say, you know what? My vows, I want to do what's best for me.
Well, I mean, there's just as many people who took that same path and they're still married today, leading successful families. It just sounds like you're black-pilled and a little bit like, you know, I don't know, traumatized from the past or something.
I don't think
black-pilling, man.
I don't understand y'all understand the concept.
I have a question for Fatty.
Black pill is predeterminism, meaning
before you do that, Sasquatch.
Yes,
sorry,
and I'm not. I'm just saying that you have to be lucky.
I wanted to do.
on this society right now, if you want a woman that at 29 is not ran through, doesn't have trauma, wants actually to obey to her husband,
Probably didn't go to college. Best off.
I mean, do you think all this stuff you're talking about is happening more or less in religious? Like, I know you just,
it's happening less.
Your community that you grew up in.
It's happening less. All your ortho bros either are fucking a hoe, are cuffing a hoe, or you're meeting with a woman that was a hoe before, that had multiple baby daddies. Yes, most of y'all are doing that. You're not getting good
Well, you can say most, but it's not.
No. Okay, so let me ask a question.
Our divorce rate 9%.
Are most ortho bros marrying virgins?
What does that matter?
Allegedly.
It does matter.
Whether it is or not,
y'all women are truly orthodox and they are true Christians. I don't want to use the word, but now I'm going to use it. If they are true Christians, would that be fair? They wouldn't be fucking around left and right like these women are doing. Wouldn't that be fair to say?
Well, that's what I just talked about, a sincere conversion. Now, okay, there's a difference between if a man wants to, in courtship, have a decision on what he will accept as a body count. He has every right to do that. I'm not denying that. But, when you say the standard is how many are marrying a virgin, I mean, that's like a...
Isn't that an orthodox standard? A woman need to be pure?
I kind of see what you're saying.
No. Let's talk about it because I'll introduce religion. Isn't it an orthodox standard that women need to be as pure as possible?
They need to be repentant.
No. I asked a question. You can say
just said no. Right? We said no.
It's no. They need to be repentant of the sin.
One second, please. So it's very okay and very fine if that woman has 30 bodies as long as she repented herself, right? It's fair.
Sincerely, yes.
Okay, so this is why y'all are the hoes. Let's stop. Because these women can cosplay as Orthodox, can cosplay as trad wives, can cosplay...
You're the one asserting cosplay. I said sincerity. I'm the one who asserted sincerity has to be a part of the equation.
I agree with you, Ellie, but that's the thing. Most of these women are mercenaries.
Can you prove that?
You're just asserting these.
I absolutely can prove that. It's called hypergamy.
Hypergamy does not exist in the Orthodox Church.
For a long time.
If a woman gets a better deal, she usually is going. Religious woman, non-religious woman.
That's not proof, man.
Okay, pause. I want to do a grift break for all the people that are right now restreaming this, and I don't know if I have permission to do that, so I don't really like doing that on your guys' streams.
No, thank you. Tommy Woosaw comes up with a big 10. There may be no chicks, but Fatty does have tits like one. Shout
and
out
then can I do my commercial?
But sorry.
And then Slutty Gorilla, I'm guessing coming over from maybe Flow State, maybe with the $5 says 15 to go. Somebody's running a goal over there on that end. Harry Ludwig gifting 5 Gauntlet memberships. You guys are going to need those memberships. You don't hit the fucking like button. You know why? There's only 48 likes and 157 of you watching on that side. That is absolutely stupidly unacceptable.
That's what I was trying to do.
All you do is you just rub that little button a little bit. It's free, won't cost a thing. It helps the algorithm. If you can't afford to send a dono, that's fine. No worries. But the like button.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't lie to them like that.
Wonderful, magical things. But we prefer money. Thank you.
That's almost as good as the joke I made up.
Casual.
Everybody,
thumbs up. Crypt getting their membership as well on the Gauntlet. Welcome, my friend. And Paige sending the big 5. Has Fanny even been in an Orthodox church? No, that's right. He knows jack squat.
Have you ever been inside of a woman? Have you ever been inside of a woman? No, you know jack squat.
I have a question, Fatty.
I want to... Wait, 1 second, quick commercial. If everybody could please hit the thumbs up on all the different channels. I'm streaming all the different ones, and I can see the thumbs are a bit low. And also, please donate to your favorite streamer. And as she said, you should always rub the clitoris with your thumb and give a thumbs up. Thumbs up for War Amps. Go ahead.
Hey, I got a dad joke. I've debated sola scriptura. I've never debated sola clitora. That's pretty crazy. That's what it seems to be up here. It's the highest good. Apparently, I don't get it.
I gotta know, like, what about men and women like me who just aren't religious?
I'm not the only one.
Are you taking a shit, Flo?
Yeah. Where's my shampoo bottle?
Where's the tea bag? Who do you want a tea bag tonight?
Sasquatch.
One time. My boyfriend brought up a shampoo bottle.
I want to teabag God's little virgin. But,
well, somebody's gotta pay for some movement for some teabagging, and we'll get it in there.
All right, Fatty, I got a question for you.
I don't want to teabag him until he admits that sorry, go ahead.
The premise you seem to be operating on, at least from my perspective, is that since women have the hoo-ha, they have all the power. But my question stems from, do you find yourself victimized by women?
No, absolutely not.
Do you find men victimized by women?
Good question.
Can you repeat it again?
Do you find men victimized by women?
Oh, absolutely.
So you're not victimized by women, and men are. Are you a man?
Yes, but I'm not most men.
Oh, you're a exceptional man. And
No,
is
no,
that
I'm not an exceptional man on what be a man of elite. I'm an exception to most men. I don't want to have kids, even though I might change my mind sooner. I have a vasectomy. Most men don't. I have the
fuck, man.
Respect.
Oh, so the man with no balls is gonna tell the gay man blah 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 blah.
Hey, friends, if you guys know, you can actually save your kids in a sperm bank. An IVF in Portugal is like $6,000. So respectfully, I am saving myself and being responsible, not like y'all.
You're a virgin.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely not. Who gets a vasectomy to stop?
You're not a virgin. You're a normal man. You're not
your teabag is
victimized by women.
I'm sorry, Caucasian.
You're not a virgin. You're a normal man. You haven't been victimized by women, but you seem to have a very firm stance on the premise that all men are victimized by all women.
You see how you put the all in between?
Okay, all men are victimized by women.
There's a lot of good men.
I'll even throw a hashtag. Not all
you ask me a question. There's a lot of good men that actually feel victimized by a woman because either they lost their relationship, they lost the woman of their lives, they lost access to their kids, they lost access to their finances for absolutely no reason.
Are they lesser men?
So
But
they
how
should
could
definitely
a
feel
man-
victimized.
How could a man be victimized by a woman if he's the leader of his relationship? I don't
Because he's not.
understand how that works.
Because he's not. That's the point. He's not.
Then,
There's a lot of good
is he
women
really
too,
a
right?
victim,
You're
or
caught
is-
in a
is he-
paradox.
If my
You're eating
woman
your
is
own
leaving
ass.
if my woman is leaving because she's not happy, I'm definitely victimized. Because if I'm not abusing you, if I'm not beating you, if I'm doing my vows and everything I signed to when I get in the relationship, and you are leaving because you don't feel this is a place where you need to feel, you should definitely feel victimized. You're losing your woman, your kids, you should definitely feel victimized. Absolutely.
Thank
and if
you,
a man does that to you too, you should be victimized too. So
That's
also,
right.
Fatty, you
So
support
cut your
repealing the
balls
full
off
divorce?
like a man. Cut
As
your
a-
balls off like a man.
Have you ever hold a mirror next to your face?
I have Bradley Cares backstage. He looks new and interesting. I like your disco light back there. Hi. Yeah.
Is
you're
that
black.
from
No, it's Bradley Cares. Definitely not Hormaxer. He looks interesting. Yeah, you're fun. And then I also have How Long Nate back there. If you want to shake up the panel, I'm sure we could use a little shake up, but I'd love to see some new faces get on here. And Tommy Woosaw sends another one. I'll sneak that one in here momentarily.
I felt weird.
No,
I
I
felt
think
weird
he's-
because I was the
I think
only
he's-
one not on
I think
cam.
he's-
So I felt weird.
Aw, thank you. I think he's rewarding you for teabagging Fatty.
He is, he
That's
is.
over on your side.
And
so
I'm happy to
if you want-
teabag anyone else here too.
Can anyone hear me?
Part in the show.
How
Yeah,
much?
we can hear you.
Hey, Tommy, give me the teabag.
No, we can't
Sarah.
hear you.
No. Shit. Okay.
Who?
Yes, we can hear you.
Caucasian, what was the line of questioning about? Because I'm curious.
I find it difficult to have a stance on men in general being victimized by women in general when you yourself aren't in any type of position to be speaking from experience by your own admission.
Hey, Caucasian, am I obese?
I guess so. I mean, your name's Fatty, and when you're not wearing a shirt, it's a little disturbing.
Is there? No. I'm glad. Is there millions of people going to sleep with nothing on their belly right now?
Maybe. I haven't done a census recently.
Say that just because I'm obese and I have a fridge full of food and I order $50 per day of Uber Eats, there's millions of people starving right now wanting to get
What's
a
your
peanut.
point, sir?
My point is, I don't have to experience something to acknowledge that people around the world are going through something. Just
Do
like
you have an opinion on obesity?
like I don't need to go to the moon and to be an astronaut to tell you what the moon is. I don't have
an opinion on obesity, sir. Is that a good or a bad thing?
So you also think the moon's made of cheese?
Wait. Sorry, Caucasian. Can you repeat it?
Do you have an opinion on obesity? Since you have experience with obesity, I would like to know your opinion.
Wait. Bestiality?
Obesity. Being a fat
experience with bestiality.
One second. Yes, you shouldn't be obese. Yes, I have an opinion about it.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, Fatty, tell us about
me and Rusty can agree
Eats?
on. The moon's made of cheese, and they definitely.
The moon is made of cheese, and Fatty's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And John Mosman sent a big 7. KO Dave, you are heading to the back, and we get to see our lovely new face friend, Bradley Cares. Welcome, Bradley. You look interesting and intriguing. What do you have for this fine panel this evening?
I'm just here to hang out and make some jokes.
Awesome. He's as drunk as me. That's good.
Are you paying attention to the topic?
Finish my drink right here. Yeah, I was just hearing what he was saying, and now I can't remember though. I had something I wanted to say.
Good job.
I truly don't understand, Sasquatch. Why men think that
Hold up. Panel manners. What rule number is that, Powder Dusty, of joining panels when knowing or not knowing the discussion? What do we have a whole rule behind that. What is that?
Tenth man gets to catch them up. I know all the rules, but that is actually the 7th. That's the 7th rule. But I'll catch up on this. If you do not donate to these creators that are now streaming this show to you, it justifies people like this guy coming up going, what's going on? And they're not rich enough and big enough that they can just kind of like select who comes up here. So that's all of this is actually your fault for not donating. And buddy, we are talking about why you haven't been laid for a lot of years. Go ahead.
That was basically my shot. I'm not joking. That's kind of where I was going with it. Is you're saving yourself for the future and giving men advice, and I'm not sure you're the best source for that advice. I don't necessarily disagree with most of it. Most of it, you were pretty solid on. It's that point when you excommunicate the concept of feelings and love and all that stuff, and you chalk that up to being a sucker. I get it. You've never experienced it. That's fine.
1 second. Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not. I don't give advice. I have strong opinions. I am not a coach. I'm not a guru. I don't know what's best for society. I just have strong opinions. And respectfully, once again, imagine me coming here and somebody saying, "Oh my God, women are raped, women are sexually abused, women are this and that," and I say,
"Well, they are."
I can relate. I never been through it. So why are you talking? Why are you talking about that? I will talk about anything I want to talk. Most of y'all haven't been to.
I don't have a problem with what you talk about. I was just making a statement based around the experiences that you yourself say have been involved.
And that's called a purity test. That's called a purity test. You want to disqualify. You want to disqualify somebody because you think their life experience doesn't match with whatever you think that we are teaching.
No, I don't think your life experience matches with your opinions. I think you're a little disjointed with a little cognitive dissonance.
So
I think a little more experience might help you.
Hey, so perfect. So give me an example.
Agreed.
Give me tell me how my opinions don't connect with my
in your experience. You stated that you have not been victimized by a woman, and yet that's a large percentage of what you're talking about is men being victimized by women. In your opinion,
cognitive dissonance. You have two contradicting thoughts in your head. If I am tall and I'm 6'2", and I'm talking about,
are you saying that he's a victim?
And I'm talking about. No, let me finish, please. If I am tall, I am, and I'm talking about the difficulties of somebody that is 5'3" as a man on the dating market. That's not cognitive dissonance. That's me literally being a reporter and say men that are short are going to have more difficulties getting a woman than men that are tall. How is that a contradiction?
in your own admission, you have not experienced the victimization which you preach or propose, or your opinion of the man-woman relationship is that women are victimizing men.
Hold on. Sasquatch. Have you ever been pepper sprayed?
Twice.
I have too.
You've been pepper sprayed. Okay. How about have you ever been? Let's come up with another one.
Are you trying to find something I haven't had done?
Yeah, it's kind of.
What sort of a loser hasn't been pepper sprayed?
Have you ever been to Ukraine? hey, Sasquatch, have you ever been to Ukraine or Israel or Palestine?
You haven't been.
No. Okay. Why do you talk about them? Why you talk about the war in Ukraine? Why are you talking about Palestine? If you
you've never been.
Why? Because it brings money to the content creators who talk about this stuff. Just like Tommy Wiseau, I think this is over on Flow State side, maybe, saying panel needs you. I don't know if that was...
As an olive branch to Flow State, that was a really cool way to light a cigarette. I'm just saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that you appreciate that.
It's just terrible. He's
also got a good take on the moon landing. I'm just saying. I have to agree with him on that.
It's just a terrible.
We can smoke on here.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, stop with the parallel conversations, please. Talk on the back chat. If you want, if y'all want to flirt with each other, you can talk on the back chat and still circle joke each other.
John Mosman is waiting backstage. He says, send the new guy down. Sorry, Bradley. You had your chance. All right, Bradley, hang out in the back. Mosman's taking your place. Hello, John. You talked a lot of shit in the chat. You ready to come talk about
it? 1 second. You straight dudes bring up being gay more often than me, and I'm gay.
Oh,
it really
boy.
is true.
And speaking of being gay, folks, the dono goal, you have 23 minutes to hit that dono goal. You need 6 more super chats to continue DGen Power Hour or Tomato Goes Nighty Night, and I'm happy
so
to
cheap.
do so.
I
just 6 of you, $10 keeps it going. Go ahead, John.
I just had a question for Fatty. It sounds like all these things that you're speaking of come from personal experiences more than a substantial amount of information that you're given. Because my relationship that I have with my wife proves your point is wrong.
Yeah, but look at your face.
No. So you go personal attack all you want.
I agree with you, Fatty.
You know what's funny? A woman that is willing to touch you, she's not like a woman that is willing to tingle your motherfucking little dick. Like she's not the woman that most men will pursue. Respectfully, like look. One second. Let me just say this, right? I literally said this. Just because I'm explaining something doesn't mean that I actually been through it, and it's totally fine. Why are you coming up and saying that it's personal when I literally told you it's not?
No, it just sounds like from your experiences, this is what you're getting at. This is what you're coming from, and it doesn't substantiate a lot of people who marry traditional girls who have a traditional view of marriage and have no problem with the things that it just seems like to me that what you do is you're looking at these women who guys pick up at a bar, and of course those type of women are going to be the kind of women that are going to
did you got married? What age did you got married, sir?
I got married in a church.
No, what was the age that you got married?
I was in my 30s.
You were in your 30s. What were your wife doing before she met you?
Huh? She was working.
She was a virgin? You met her as a virgin?
Yeah.
So your wife waited for you for, I don't know, 30 years to actually get you? Really? And do you think that's most women?
I don't know if that's most women, but I do know there's a lot of women. That doesn't mean that because my experience.
Most men, let's have a conversation in good faith. Okay.
All right.
So you got the woman that waited for you for 30 years before she opened her legs, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that most women behave like your wife?
If they're like her, no.
No. I will repeat it again. Answer the question straight. Do you think most women in the West?
I also know there's a lot of women out there who
do you
have
think
the same,
that might
do
be
the same thing
millions.
and still are capable
of
coming into the church and being transformed by God and by the family and becoming good women and good wives and making families.
Okay, so I will repeat it again because you didn't answer the question. Do you think most women in the West, Europe, United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, do you think most women in the West are saving themselves from marriage and are being virgins?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I talk about these women since they are the majority?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that because they're not waiting for virginity, or that they haven't held on to that they're not necessarily the same type of women that you're explaining of them running relationships.
So a woman doesn't lose value if she has more bodies?
Oh, well, that's a value that person has to take.
No, I'm asking you. If a woman like your wife
don't have
is a
that
virgin,
problem, so I don't.
Your wife is a virgin. Do you think she would have the same value if she had 30 bodies?
Well, if I had the traditional view that some people do, probably not. No,
I'm asking you.
I don't care, because I found
So
someone that.
So you don't care about women giving themselves away to anyone and everyone. You don't care, right?
No, I mean, obviously, I would not like it. I would not be my preference.
Would you marry a woman if you marry your wife if she had 40 bodies, 30 bodies? Would you
Probably
marry her?
not. Probably not.
Okay, so this is what we're talking about, sir. You got lucky. You got a woman that saved herself. Most of us will never get the chance to actually experience that because most women are going wild and are going crazy. So instead of talking about me and my wife, we need to talk about reality, sir.
So we're talking about reality. And what is the common denominator in that? Is it because women are running relationships? Is it because women are in control? Or is it because men give them that control because men can't help themselves?
What does that mean? We can help themselves. What does that mean?
Well, men are very sexually motivated, right?
Do women like sex?
A lot of women like sex, yes.
Do modern women?
But a lot of women that engage in a lot of sex are also women that are
modern
also
women fuck everybody they find attractive on their 20s when they go to college and when they're discovering themselves? Huh? No, it's not about me. If the average age of marriage,
I'm not saying it's about you. It's just, I'm just saying that your experiences are not necessarily proven themselves. I think that these things are, from a surface, you can say this and make these generalizations, but when you look at substantial people and you start looking at people's circles and you look at the common denominators that they have, you start to see that these things become lesser of an issue, right?
So it's okay for a woman to have 20 bodies before she...
That's not what I said.
No, like you were just talking in platitudes, right? I am control over the woman I married. If the average age of a woman is 29, right?
Okay.
How is it my fault that this woman couldn't control herself until she
What
married
I'm
me?
saying is if you engage in a relationship to the point of wanting to be married to a woman or be in a serious relationship with a woman that you know has that high of a body count, then that is on you because you have to know that.
So that's the thing, right? So you and your wife were virgins when you guys got married, right?
She was. I wasn't. No.
You wasn't, right? Okay.
No.
Who leads your relationship?
Huh?
Who leads your relationship?
I'm married.
No, I know. Who leads your marriage?
I do. I'm the leader.
How do you lead it? How do you?
I lead us in spiritual issues. Whenever she has a question, if she wants to spend money, she asks me. Whenever she wants to talk about what we need to do or what she wants, she always asks me. She always defers to me. So yeah, I lead her in spiritual advice. I tell her she'll listen to what I have to say, and we'll talk about it. I'll respect her. I'm not one of these people that doesn't respect their wives, but no, I'm very much the leader.
Okay.
She believes that, and I believe that too.
So my last question before all the rest of the people jump on the conversation is: if she decided to stop doing everything she did on that relationship, what will be like? What type of enforcement mechanism can you use for her to go back and doing what she needs to do? And when I say enforcement mechanism, is not begging, is not calling the pastor.
Right.
Please
Yeah.
come to work. What is the enforcement mechanism as a man that you have for her to follow?
We have an enforcement mechanism that's greater than her and I, and it's called having Christ at the center of our marriage.
Here we go with the Christ shit.
What's another dude doing in your relationship?
Dusty, I love you.
Is it threesome, Dusty? Is it threesome?
Is there? Have you ever licked Christ's
hand? Show him the pimping hand.
Hey,
have
bro,
you ever licked Christ's semen out of her vagina?
You guys are getting disgusting again. Okay?
You
know what I'm talking about.
Even to me.
Speaking of D-Gens, Flo, can we get a tea bag from you, sir? You are all lined up.
Not after that. No. See. He's molested.
But I would
Fair
argue that
enough.
more people who are
Casual Crip says,
But not-
Fatty, you need to become a Christian, and the first thing you need to do is repent for those Timu 90s hacker villain sunglasses.
But if
$2
he
on
paid for it,
Temu.
if he
Hey,
paid
he's
for it, I
right.
wouldn't be able to say no.
It costs $2 on Temu. Thank you very much, sir, for noticing.
And Harry sends the big 5 just to tell you all to shut the fuck up. Guys, you got 4 more dono goals to hit, $10 a piece. 4 of you send $10. You got 15 minutes to do so, or this DGen Power Hour goes bye-bye. All right, back to
My
you, gentlemen.
enforcement mechanism is Jesus.
Yes.
I will tell you this, right? There's somebody on our space called Minister Jep, and one of the most famous quotes, he says like this, right? If Jesus can save these hoes, why do you think you can do it? What makes you think you're better than Jesus?
Well, I don't know what that has to do, but what I do know is this: that if you have a strong, rich Christian root system within the church, if you have beliefs that equal to these value systems, right, you will find that the people that you gravitate towards are going to also have those same things if you choose that.
Yes.
If you don't, if you're
Nice
just
cult.
looking to get laid at a bar, then I'm sorry, you should be you shouldn't be
I have more chances to get laid at a church than I have to get laid
That's
at
a
a bar.
fact. You want to know
I
who's
have
a
more
freak?
chances
The
to go
church
to a
girls
church
are.
with a nice suit and pray on women that are desperate to get a man and a stepdad and all that shit than I get going to the bar. Y'all are corrupted too.
When I was in middle school, I got in trouble.
Y'all religion is so corrupt that woman would literally ditch it and go to the Middle East if the price was big enough. Y'all religion is
When
so
I was in middle
corrupt.
school, I got in trouble. My parents put me in church group.
To get shitted
Man,
on
it
for
was good.
$10,000. There's
Fatty's not talking nonsense.
Gentlemen in the chat, I have a lady backstage waiting to get on.
Pop me. Do it. No, it's good. Yeah, pop me down. It's good.
There goes
Good
the
to see you,
grip.
10th man, by the way.
Man.
That's one good gay right there.
I'm sorry, I was trying to help. No,
And then just drop down and then $10.
It's done now. Ladies to the panel. And don't forget, you have chat. You have 13 minutes to send 4 more of those super chats to match the goal. Or I like to just shut this shit show down. So if you're enjoying what you're watching and you want to keep going, you want to buy the next hour, let's go hit the goal. All right. Thumping Weevil to you.
Hi, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me.
Perfectly.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So I've been watching this for a while because it's all men talking about women. And I'm just like, where's the women at? So I want to ask you, Fatty. Sorry, I hate calling people that, but it's your name, it's your name.
It's fine.
But are you saying that if a woman has multiple bodies, is she prone to cheat on her husband or somebody that she marries?
I think her value is considerably low to compared to a woman that had no bodies. It's like why we call virgin to a woman as a diamond and we call virgin to a man as an insult, because deep down we kind of understand that a woman that gives herself to everyone is worse than a woman that actually considers herself. So I think he's a fair assessment. I think I know he's a fair assessment because women lie about their body count. They're not saying how many guys did they slept with. They hide that shit if they can. So they know he's wrong. They just do it because they want to.
Asked you if
I do agree on you with women do lie about their body count. I'm not going to talk for every woman, but a woman that does have multiple bodies isn't going to cheat on her spouse. First off,
it's a little bit about behavioral pattern.
Yes,
and you get accustomed to certain things, and both men and women fall into it.
Yes, it's like saying
it's not just the women;
it's
men as well. And I believe that if a woman has multiple bodies that goes into a relationship, it's the woman's body count is prone to be more like just disgraced than a man's body count.
As he should.
No, it should not.
How is that
Okay,
not?
let me ask you, why is it that a woman's body count should be disgraced more than a man's?
Because we believe in double standards. Women are weak and choose strong men. Women are short, they choose tall men.
Weak.
Women are
We're
poor,
weak?
and weak physically. Think about it, right? Think about it. Relationships are not symmetric. Women are short, one tall man. Women are weak, one strong man. Women are broke, one rich man. Like there's so many double standards that go to the woman benefit. Like if a burglar comes into our house and you run with the kids, is okay because you are a woman. But if I run, your dad and your brother are going to fuck me up because I abandoned my role of being a man. So if there's so many roles that make me in disadvantage because you don't agree that we should be the same, you giving yourself to all the men on this panel would not be a good thing if you actually compare it with you not giving yourself to every
Let me
man
ask you this, Weevil.
Do you know what year it is?
Weevil, let me
Yes,
ask you this.
it's 2025. You want me to prove that? Hey, Weevil, let me ask you something, right? If you went outside right now and you try to fuck as much men as possible, would that be easy for you?
Honestly, no, because I'm a married woman.
No,
And
that's
I
not.
it's not easy because I'm a married woman and I would never go outside and fuck as many people as I could right now.
That's not the point. It's an hypothetical, right? If you went outside, right, and you try to fuck as men as possible, as much men as possible, would you be able to rack up your body count easily if you wanted to?
Probably not because I'm overweight myself. If
No.
you want me to be honest, it doesn't matter if you have a pussy or a penis. I'm sorry, I don't know what we can say on here.
Say coochie.
But
coochie.
No.
Okay. So let me tell you this, right? Let me tell you this. Let's negotiate the terms. Do you think you can get, I don't know, 10 bodies if you advertise yourself, if you went on Tinder, if you said on your IG stories, I want to have fun? Do you think 10 men in your area, random men, will say, you know what, let me spend the night with this woman. I might not keep her, but let me spend the night with her. Do you think you could get 10 men to actually do it?
I'm going to stop you right there because you're putting me in the category of every other woman on the planet that has an OnlyFans or puts themselves out there. And I'm not that woman. I'm here to say.
I didn't say that. It was an hypothetical.
I'm here to say that not every woman is like that.
Yeah. I know.
And we're not here to do that.
You
That
agree
is
with
my
me, I
point
know.
of being here.
Weevil,
I'm not your point of saying no, I'll do this. No, that's not my point.
It's a hypothetical. He wants you to put yourself in a that position.
Yeah, maybe I could.
Well,
maybe I could,
let me tell
but
you.
I'm not going to.
No, one second, please. Let's just, because I need to go somewhere. Is that fair? If you were that type of woman, you are not, absolutely not. But if you're that type of woman, it will easy for you to go outside and in a year, let's say until the end of 2025, you would get 10 men to have sex with you. Is that fair?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. If you had that face and you were a man, you wouldn't touch a woman for the rest of your life, probably, unless you paid it.
You could rack up a body count faster than Fatty.
No, I'll guarantee you. If you look like that and you were a man, you wouldn't touch coochie unless you paid it. And this is the difference between both of them. You being a sub-5 physically gets you married, gets you a bunch of men to fuck you, gets a bunch of attention and all that. If you were born with a penis and you had the same face, nobody would touch you with a 7 feet pole. And that's the reality. So once again, you are talking from a point of view of privilege. And you don't understand, once again, that if it's so easy for you to get dick, why should you be rewarded? It's like stepping on an anthill.
I'm not saying rewarded.
Let me ask this to you, Weevil. If, let's just take a hypothetical of a woman that had 50 guy body count, okay? And you say, well, why can't that woman have the similar thing? I guarantee you that there's a reason why those 50 guys just slept with her and never wanted to pursue a relationship more than just sleeping with her, right? Now, that's not to say that all of those guys would be that way, but the reality is that there are women that you sleep with on a one-night stand, and there's women that you take home, right? And this is one of those things. And so the issue, I think, is this, which is that which I kind of agree with what Fatty's saying, but I wouldn't put it the way he is, but which is that a substantial amount of in your body count means that there are men who are either desperate, or men who are just horny, or men who just don't value that out of you. And if they did, we know that they would actually do other things like pursue be engagement, and then also marriage, and then make sure that they have a job, make sure they have a place to provide you. Right?
I don't even agree with that. Like these are two different.
Let me ask everybody here. What about so everybody makes it so easy because a woman has a vagina, right? So everybody wants to sleep with women.
Yeah, a lot of guys do.
Even women.
But
even a woman wants to sleep with
But
women.
I'm not done. Let me just ask, what about the women that can't get laid? What about those women that it's hard for them to get laid just as hard as it is for the men to get laid?
Where are they?
Their standards are way higher than what they can actually pull.
Point to me, a woman as men fuck cadavers. Men fuck dead people. Men will go to a motherfucking cemetery and eat that shit, open your casket, come in your mouth, and leave. Men fuck animals. Men fuck sheep. What the fuck are you talking about?
You must be talking about experience.
No, respectfully. Tell me, like, do you ever see 600 pounds and like these 600 pound shows where the woman is obese and can leave out of the room? All of those women are married.
I can tell you, Fatty, that there is plenty of women out there that are not getting laid as much as you think.
No, that's not the point.
Well, Weevil.
I guarantee you
Weevil,
all those 600-pound women would literally be rich if they started to smell piss and farts, because there's so many pigs that like fat women on this planet that you have no idea whatsoever that men will go for anything. Men will put a hole on the motherfucking wall. So, lady, that woman that you're talking about.
Don't you think there's women out there that'll go for anything as well?
Yeah, there are.
No, they're not.
Why they have the body
and they're low bottom of the barrel. And they're bottom of the barrel. A woman that goes for everything. She doesn't have no standards.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is
Speaking
that
of standards, I have a standard and it is not being met yet, chat. You're so close. Casual Crip sends 20 for the grift. Fatty sends 10 for the coochie goal. You got less than 4 minutes. All you need is 2 more $10 super chats, and the DGen Power Hour keeps continuing. You have less than 4 minutes. Don't wait until the last minute. You know I don't like it when those goals aren't completed. Okay, back to you.
Part of the show. Like what you're saying, Thumping, is what about those fish that can swim? This I'm saying, like it
doesn't. Regardless of whether or not some women can get laid or not, like what was the point going besides that?
What are you talking about?
I mean, were you guys arguing over whether or not women can get married, or was that part of something, a bigger conversation?
So the whole reason I came in this chat, I've never been on a YouTube live in my life. This is my first time ever.
We're happy to be your first.
Welcome to the chat. And I want to say one thing before you go.
Because you guys are when I was hearing about before is like the whole going to church and talking to the priest and saying that your wife isn't giving you the sexual gravitation that you need and whatnot. Like, where's the women in this conversation? It's all about men talking about who needs to be laid and who does not need to be laid, or who deserves it, who doesn't.
You realize that we're on the internet.
I'm actually a Jewish.
Let her finish.
Trust me. I just want to say one. I'm going right backstage. Just calm down. So I just want to say I'm a Jewish, Black, Irish, lesbian, and I want to say this. Somebody should start a poll. Hold on. Start a poll, because he's like, oh, her face, and that's way wrong. Easily she could get laid before the new guy up in the top left. Easily. She's way hotter, so let's not insult the poor lady.
I don't need to be worried about people in the chat because I'm married. I'm married and I have a husband. I don't need to worry about who wants to have sex with me or not.
You might want to worry about me.
Yes, I know that a gay guy doesn't find me attractive.
Men will fuck a woman.
I don't care. I honestly do not care. I'm here to set.
It's not. They're putting you. Let me ask you this, Weevil. How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
How would I feel? I would probably feel very empty inside.
Okay, so that is a hypothetical that you were able to play in, right? And that's what the gentlemen are trying to create for you to put yourself in those shoes and live as if you were living through that. So even though you're married, that's not the situation you would be in. You wouldn't act this way. You wouldn't do these things, XYZ. They're putting you in that position and saying, but if you could, you would.
Do you lead your relationship, Thumping, or is your husband?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Who leads your marriage? Is your husband?
Who wears the pants?
Oh,
yeah, who has the final decision?
It's my husband. He pays the bills, but it's an equal relationship as well in different circumstances.
How is that equal if he's the leader?
It's equal because honestly, if I was to go back to work right now, I could make more money than my husband from what I did from experience in the jobs that I do.
So you don't engage in ifs, but the first reply that if I went to work, right? Like, you see what I'm saying about like woman not fitting for even like if sorry, I'm actually stepping too hard on you. I apologize. You didn't do nothing wrong to me. Think about it, right?
No,
you
didn't.
If your husband, like, is your husband the full provider?
As of right now, yes.
As of right now, this is what we're talking about. Even when a man is a full provider, you can get it straight. Yes, he's definitely the leader. He's paying everything. He's in control of most things. So yes, he's the leader. We always have these. He's the leader, but we are equal. How are you equal to a general?
Okay, let me ask you something. If you were married and you had a wife and she was making more money than you and you were an at-home husband and she came home and didn't want to satisfy you, how would you feel?
Is that personal or that's hypothetical? Just to make sure.
It's hypothetical.
Okay, so I have a wife that is the provider, right? Walk me through again. I want to hear it correctly.
Hypothetically, if you're married and your wife makes more money than you,
yes,
and you are at home all day with your kids, cleaning the house, you do everything other than pay bills, and she doesn't want to satisfy you when you want it, how is that going to make you feel?
I'm going to be very upset and sad.
Okay. So why can't a woman feel that? Like, why can't women do that?
Because I didn't say I would leave for that reason. Are you doing your job or you're not? And if I'm sad, shut the fuck up and go watch motherfucking Frozen. Go eat ice cream. Go outside and punch Marta in the face. Go suck a dick. I don't know. Go do something. If you are doing your job and I'm doing my job and Fatty feels sad because my wife doesn't tell me how much she loves me, I'm going to find.
There's that victimhood status again.
Planet, and this is what I'm talking about. I will never pin that shit on you. What are you doing exactly? Are you not fucking me? I get it. But if I don't feel well and you are doing everything that you told me that you are doing, why should I project that on you when that probably is about me? Am I doing my job or not? Are you doing your job or not? It's about duty. We are going to be sad. Michelle Obama said, I was miserable during 10 years of our relationship. Was Obama doing his job? Yup. So shut the fuck up and go make me a sandwich.
And that's not because she
life is misery. Life is misery.
So after all day of work, she should go home and make you a sandwich because you're sad?
That was not the point. The point was...
Okay, then you should word it differently next
time.
Woman
being a good mother is this woman making sure she gets her part of the deal. If everybody's getting their part of the deal, but I just feel like it. I feel like it. Yeah, I need to go find the hobby or something that makes me happy. It has nothing to do with men. Has nothing to do with my spouse. If you want to give a better example of what she's not doing, I can maybe change my mind. But for the most part, it's about my feelings. My feelings are about me, not about you. You do your job.
The same goes for both roles, honestly.
Right. Well, the simple answer to that, the simple answer to all that stuff is, let's just go back to the social framework from Victoria, England. Okay. Men had a responsibility for which they were socially shamed and sometimes imprisoned for not actually taking care of the family. Women were socially shamed and could be ostracized from the entire community. The man allowed to take another wife. They were legally, religiously, everything separated if the woman created the discord in the relationship. What it is, we have removed all personal responsibility from personal behavior, and then we wonder why nobody can get along.
What are you talking about?
with men and women.
There's not.
We have removed all. We have removed all of my personal responsibility for the way the world sees me, and I still deserve everything that everybody else gets because I'm a special human. Men and women both are doing this shit, right?
So there's no such thing as child support.
Mm-hmm.
There was no such thing as child support. You didn't get to leave just because you were unhappy. But if the woman was kicked out of the marriage, the children stayed with the men.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so we've